Hello, I am going to walk you through in a really fun way using this whiteboard the big picture about all of the Kajabi pieces and how they fit together. My name is Tamsin. If we have never met before, nice to meet you. We'll get to my story later on. I want to dive right into walking you through the big picture. And as we're going through, I'm going to be using a lot exactly how I understand it. It's Legos, it's cash registers, it's building blocks, it's lunch baggies. You'll see all of that as it comes into play. So let's get started. First off, we're going to start with account. Now, the account is you. So you and me, I'm also a Kajabi owner, Kajabi hero, lover of all things Kajabi. So here you are, okay? This is the account. You are the owner, the business that has bought Kajabi, the business that is using Kajabi, that's you. So that's your account. Now, the next piece is your site. Now, I want you to think of your site as the real estate that you own, okay? Because you can have multiple sites under one Kajabi account. But it is really important to understand that it's you owning the real estate. So, for your site, if you are on the basic plan, you're going to have a single home. All right, this would be a single site. This is you as the homeowner, as the site owner, are running one site. So everything you do is going to happen inside this house. Now, you might be on the Pro plan or a different plan because Kajabi does have different plans. And so let's say you are on a plan that has 3 homes, okay, 3 sites. That would be the equivalent of a triplex, okay? So 3 different people would live in a triplex. You own the triplex, okay? So you own this, but think of it in real life terms. In real life, if I lived in a triplex or, a series of row houses with other people, I'm not going into their house. We're not sharing furniture. We're not sharing anything. They have their stuff. I would have my stuff. You would have your stuff. So they are very separate and distinct. They are just as distinct as if we owned 3 individual homes, okay? Exactly like a single home. But they are that different. So when you have your account and you have multiple sites, that is where the triplex comes into play. And you can expand this out. Again, depending on the plan that you're on, you might own a 50-unit apartment building. Okay, that would be 50 separate units. But the key is that you are owning it. So that is how the sites fit together. Now, when we're going to erase different pieces as we go so that I can keep showing you how it all layers together. When you're putting together all of the pieces we're going to go through next, products and offers and sales pages and payment and people, all of it's happening within a single home, all right? So that's your account. What the real estate that you own is your site, okay? So let's erase from there. Here we go. Okay. We're going to leave up these 2 pieces because everything that we're going to talk about has to do with owning a single home. Now, when we have our site, we're obviously going to have products, okay? Now, products, and I will link, there is another video, it's about 25 minutes, that will go in depth on products, offers, and sales pages. I want to give you the big picture. Think of your products as Lego pieces, all right? Kajabi, one product, okay, is one Lego piece. You can also think of products as books on a bookshelf. And just for a minute, think about your own bookshelf. You can probably just glance over and see one in your home or your office. You might have really, really skinny books. You might have really, really big books. You could have books of all different dimensions. So while products are Legos, one piece of content, they're also one book. And it could be a massively big book, or it could just be a small children's board book. Again, big picture here, but I want you to know those two key pieces when it comes to your products. Now, on Kajabi, most of you will be starting on the basic plan, which means you will have 5 products, okay? So we have 5 different Legos. 4 of them are different shapes, 2 are the same shape. But this is the basic plan. And in the video that will be following this one, you'll see that you can put these pieces together. You can do different things with them, but we're going to stick with the basic plan and know that you have 5 Lego pieces to work with. If you're on a different plan, you have more Legos. You might have 50 products or 100 products or unlimited products. The Lego pieces are products. They are also books. Some products you might make a really, really big book, huge product. A membership access where you're putting everything into one piece. And you also might have a series of 4 audios. That could also be a Lego piece. So that is products. Now, as we're going through this information, I have a track system, okay? So I'm going to introduce you to the first piece of a track system, and it is cash, all right? And products fit into the cash track, all right? So on our home, we have products, and so I'm going to do that in green, okay? Because products are part of the cash system, the cash track, and our products are the Legos, okay? They're also our books, okay? So that is products. Now, when you have products, you're going to need to make offers, all right? You're going to need to tell people how they can buy from you, how they can actually get the Lego piece right here. Now, offers, I want you to think of them as sandwich bags or lunch baggies. An offer is this, okay? And you don't have a limit on offers. This is the beauty of Kajabi. Happens to be a box of 100. These are all potential offers. Now, obviously, you do not need to dump out the entire box. You go and, I made a product, like making a sandwich. You will also see, as you stick with me and we go through videos, I call a product a PB&J sandwich. My husband and I wrote a book on this. It's called Easy as PB&J, and it stands for, it's an acronym. It stands for personality, that is you, what you're naturally gifted and talented and excited about doing. B represents the bread, that is buyers, the people that are consuming and interacting with what you're making. And then J stands for jelly, represents the jelly, and is the joy. So it is the life, what you want to create, the freedom that you want because of using something like Kajabi so that you can have the freedoms you want, time, financial, personal, and professional. So a sandwich or a product, goes in here. So when you hear me, I will often refer to things as your PB&J. That's your product. And guess what? It's allergy-free. It's absolutely allergy-free. You don't even have to use peanut butter, okay? So the offers, we're going to just use one for right now. The offer is the baggie, and you have unlimited. You run out of 100, use up your whole box. You can make some more. It's not one of the limitations on your account. But you take this offer and we're going to just pick one of our Lego pieces. Put this right up here. We're going to take a product and put it into an offer. All right. This offer is also part of the cash system because on the offer, you're going to take your brown marker, you're making decisions. You're going to take your bag and you're going to write the price on the bag. Okay, you are doing this. You're deciding what goes on the bag, which is your offer. So I could write on here, let's write 100. We'll keep it easy. 100 one time. So this product is $100 and you pay for it one time. Then you might want to put in another product. This is where bundling will come in. Again, I really encourage you watch the video that goes through this baggies and blocks and little figures. Watch it all the way through, because if you're going to watch any of my training videos, that really will give you the foundation for how I explain this stuff, how I teach it, how I use it, how I understand it myself. So I could put another piece in the bag, okay, but I can't put it in this bag. This bag was one yellow piece for $100 and a one-time payment. I can't add a product to this, but what I do, okay, this is its offer. We need to seal up this bag, okay? This is here. Now we can take a different bag, right? We're gonna pretend I have this same product, because this yellow product can go in all kinds of different offer bags. It doesn't make it a separate product at all. Again, this is where it's the beauty of Kajabi. It's also the beast, because it sometimes trips people up where you think if I put it in another bag, it counts as another product. It doesn't. It really doesn't. You're just saying this product can be, it's kind of like what I wish as a mother, that I could be in two places at once at the same time. But this piece can go in a new offer bag. The block, another product, can go in here, and I can write a different price on this bag. I can set the pricing, I can set multiple payments, meaning you're paying 12 times over a year. It's a set price, but I'm dividing it up into multiple payments, or I could have it be recurring. So this little bag is the offer, okay? It's also part of the cash track when I am talking about stuff, okay? So we're gonna say the bag, the products, okay, is here. This is cash. This is the cash track, which is our offers. Now, offers and products, people need to know, well, where are these? Okay, that's where sales pages will come into the play. Now, the sales page is just a container. That's all it is. It is a container. Now, there are two different types of sales pages. And again, this is where we have the beauty, which is options and customization, the beauty part of it, and the beast. It's sometimes confusing because we use the term sales page, but we could be talking about two totally different types of pages. The first type of a sales page is a container that is designed, and all of its, where blocks are and where the pieces are, they are determined by your website theme. We'll get to your site in a minute. That is a sales page. Okay, it's the look of it, what you can customize is determined by the theme, meaning the cover, okay, the beauty, the fun, pretty part that you've chosen for your website. And again, we're going to get there, so just stick with me. The other sales page that people will typically say, oh, I made a sales page. What they really made was a landing page, and they are using it as a sales page. And we're going to go into that more in just a few minutes on this video. Landing pages, if you hang out with me, I call them building pages. Again, to give it a name that represents what it does. Landing pages in Kajabi can be used for multiple things. Okay, we're going to get to it. Just hold on tight. So one of the things I can do is I can say, yep, I'm making a sales page. Either I did it with, now we're going to write it on the box, okay? We either did it with our site or we did it with a landing page, okay? But all we did was make a container. The function is exactly the same. What it looks like and the choices you have surrounding it, that's what makes it different in terms of aesthetics. But functionality, what the sales page does is provides a way to hold the offers. So all the offers that you're making that go with the product or the service, that is what goes on the sales page. So that you can say to someone, I made this product and here's different options. Some of you will only have one offer in your box. You have one thing, you sell it for one price, and everyone gets the same buying decision, okay? But the beauty of Kajabi, the reason I love it so much, the reason other people love it, is you can, like we were talking about, like I was just starting to show you, the ability to put different pieces together, the ability to create different ways of buying things. Another way that I like to visualize it is that Kajabi allows me to sell the Smith machine or the spin bike for, let's say, a few $1,000s. Yep, you want to own the Smith machine, you want to own the spin bike, the piece of, workout equipment in your own home and have ownership of it. Here's the price. Kajabi also allows you to say, oh, you'd rather join the local gym and have access to the Smith machine and the spin bike whenever you want, and a whole other, like we have an entire floor of all kinds of machines, and we have a pool, and we have a tennis court, and we have classes. That is, we're going to get there, that is different offers. Okay, the full access of the gym might be your membership offer. Ownership of your bike, you want to own that product, it's a higher price. So the sales page is just allowing you to put the offers that make sense, and I really strongly believe that when you have a piece of content, it's always 99% of the time a great idea to provide a low, a medium, and a high option for that product, because then you are getting your gift and your talent into people's hands where it's right for them. They might not be ready for the high option. They might want medium or they might want low. Tons of marketing, there's tons of psychology behind that too. We're not getting into that. But this is sales pages, okay? So sales pages is also part of the cash system. So let me draw a container. Do this. Big container. And now we're going to just pull these off because we've done this part. I want to show you visually how it would work. So this is our container, okay? It's sales. And we can have two versions. So I'm going to just draw those. We'll just do it right down here. Site or building page. Again, the building page is the landing page, okay? It just makes it less confusing when you start to see that it can do multiple things. Again, coming up very, very soon. Inside the sales page, you have your baggies. Here's my little baggie. And then in here are my products. So I can put, this one might be, we'll do this. We'll do low. We'll do a medium. Do a product. We'll do a high. And we'll do a product. And we'll do elite. Okay, elite is even bigger than high. So all of those, they're all part of the cash track. And we will get, the other two tracks are going to be communication and connection. Promise, and I will get you through all of them very, very quickly. So this is our sales. This is our cash track. This is where we're working with products, we're building offers, we're building sales pages. That's all of the tasks that we're going to do inside Kajabi because they all relate to the cash part. Now, the other part of cash is payment. Okay? Having children comes in so handy for understanding. So payment, this is great. I've got a sales page, I've got products, I've got offers. I'd like some money. So payment is taken right. I'm going to go through the options that are built into Kajabi. Please note there are other ways if you are in a country, for instance, that cannot use Stripe. Stripe is in Kajabi. It's built in there. But Kajabi is always creating new ways to make our lives easier. So any updates in terms of if there are other payment processors that are available will be right below this video, or I will make an update to it. So the payment is Stripe. They track everything. They keep track of your payments. They collect the money for you. You do not have to worry about staying in compliance with all of the banking laws and the security laws. It's in your system. The cool thing is that just like a cash register, okay, now this one, I think it might have lost them. Oh, not totally. We've got it here. This one can take credit cards. We can swipe it. It could take different forms of payment is what I'm trying to show you. And it can also use coupons, okay? There's different ways to make payments so incredibly simple. I mean, just so stinking simple. And the best part is you don't have to hook any of it up. So payments, all right, is taken care of inside Kajabi through the use of Stripe. So the payment processor, our cash register, we have our sales. It's actually going, let's draw it to you, go up this way. All the money is going to go to you, okay? There's your money, okay? Going to you. So that is payment. Now, people, all right? People come into play because you are going to be interacting with people in all kinds of different ways. Now, think about just regular world, okay? You have the people that you live with, okay? Or if you don't live with people, you're really close friends that visit an awful lot. But the people that are in your home, those are going to be ones that have, equivalent-wise, purchased your products. They're in your home, they're in your site, you're interacting with them. You're also going to, be walking, maybe you're walking through the city today or through your neighborhood, and you might meet people or say hello. Those would be people that maybe come in through an opt-in form. And we will get to that in just a minute. But you're going to have different levels of connection with people based on how they're interacting with you. Did they just come by and said, oh, hi, welcome, just wanted to see what you were up to? That is going to be someone that has an opt-in form that you've maybe built or brought in through a pipeline. Again, preview of coming attractions, we're headed that way. So your people are in your system. The great thing is Kajabi completely keeps track of them for you. You don't need to remember where you met them. You don't need to remember what they did. Kajabi is tracking them, and the term that we use is segmenting and tagging. I like to think of it as putting stickers on. So when you meet someone, you're like, oh, I met you here. And you kind of put this little sticker on them or a tag. But I think stickers are more friendly. In my mind, they're more friendly because I can peel them off. Like I could peel off a tag. If someone was like, I really don't want to I don't want this sticker anymore. They can peel it off. So that's people, okay? People, they're just like you, okay? They're going to be brown. They're going to be all around, okay? People, you're meeting them in different places. You're giving them different offers. They're doing different types of things. So this is the cash track, the cash stuff that involves cash. Big stuff that involves cash. Now I'm going to, let's erase our people over here. Okay. Now the next piece of Kajabi is forms. All right. Now we're moving into the communication track, which is going to be blue. Okay, blue is our communication track, and blue is anything that we're doing that is communicating with people. So here, again, we're going to do forms, and forms, you're going to kind of have to just hang with me for just a second. So a form, think of it, it's also a Lego piece because you can put it in lots of different places. First I said it's kind of like a Swiss Army knife, but it's not, because it holds things. It opens, so we're using this Lego piece, which is kind of like a container. Okay, it can hold information. So one of the things that forms can do is ask someone to put their email address in the box for you. So let's say you have a person, you're out and about in the world, and you run into them. We're going to say this marker is an email address. And you say, oh, it was so nice to meet you. Could I get your name? And they say, sure. And they put it in the little opt-in, they put it in a form. And you're like, oh, perfect. But could you give me your email too so that I could actually like get in touch with you later? And they say, sure, no problem. So again, piece of info is this marker, and it goes into the form, okay? So stick with me. Forms are like boxes of data, but they're little places where people, you make the box, you say, ooh, I want to know this piece of information, and you put it in there. Now, one box can have different fields. Okay, we're big picture, so I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole too much, but know that info, which is the marker, is one field. Okay, I can only put my name on this marker and in the form. I can only put my email address on this marker or field, and that is also in this form. Now, the forms, again, because you can use them for anything. Okay, it's just a box, and that's the beauty of Kajabi, is it's just a box, but it's a powerful box. Unlike boxes that you will see on any other platform, you decide what you need, you decide what goes in here, and then you can then put it in various places on the Kajabi platform. Now, the way that this works, okay, now we're getting to landing pages, okay? So, this piece of Lego building board, whatever, I don't know what this is called, but this piece of Lego building board, or I have another one. This one is space themed. This piece of Lego building board, think of this as your building page, okay? AKA landing pages. Because, like I said, you can do all kinds of things. You can build pretty much whatever you want on a landing page, just like if you were building with Legos. So in terms of communication, landing pages, you can stick, okay, you can stick your opt-in form. Okay, here's our landing page. We're building it. Our form, okay, to get information is going to be right at the front. And that's where we open the door to our data cell and we say, oh, would you like to give me your information? And so you do. You can put the info in the form, which is the date. This is our date. This is our form. This is how they fit together. Form, entering info, okay, coming through the door, is now here on this landing page. The landing page, a building page, can also be a sales page, okay? So the sales page, and the best equivalent I have for a sales page is this graveling hook thing, which I think it's going to call the graveling hook, because you could put this sales page, okay, on the landing page, okay, because you want to use it as a sales page, and then it can go out and get the payment, okay, and then that's why I'm using this. So it could be a sales page based on what you put on this page. It could also just be a thank you page, all right? So let's say you just wanted to say thank you, okay? Here you are. from good old Life of Pets. You just wanted to say thank you for buying this. You can just plop that on the building page and say thank you. So the landing pages, a good way to ease or to bring clarity is to know landing means building, because you are building different things. Now, the pages, again, can be used for anything. So we're going to just put them over here for right now, okay? We're going to call them building, and then we can stick off of it our forms, and then we can take and connect it to off sales. Like you can be on a building page and click and go to the cash track, okay, stuff that wouldn't be involving cash. So these building pages are largely, they are all about communication, because you are communicating something, whether you are communicating, here's the purchase information, here's information, because we're going to move on. You can use these for your site also. You can use a landing page for a piece of your website. It's just a page. Again, we'll go into that in depth on a different video, but I want you to know that the power of a building page, aka a landing page, is huge, and you can use them throughout your home, okay, throughout your entire site, throughout your cash system. They come into play anywhere. They really do. They're so easy to do. Now, the next piece of Kajabi is email. Well, email is communication. We are chatting with people, we're having conversations, and so email is part of the communication track. And the way that it works is you can use Kajabi for all of your email, for collecting your names, connecting your email addresses, sending email. You can also use an integration, coming up very shortly on this video, to use a provider you already have and love, where your stuff is. You might have MailChimp or Infusionsoft, ConvertKit, Aweber, ActiveCampaign. Any of those you can totally use with Kajabi. What you're using and how you structure it, how you link it up with Kajabi, will depend on what you're doing with it. So it will be different for everyone, which is why we're not going to go in depth at all on this during this time together. But the forms are connected to a tab, and Kajabi puts it all under email marketing is where it would fit. And again, you can send something like a traditional newsletter. You can create a sequence and send that. It is great. I canceled ConvertKit early 2016 and have been using Kajabi email since then. So it works fantastic, especially when you see that email is one form of communication. It is not your sole reliance when you're using Kajabi. It is one way that you can communicate. So this, again, is our communication piece. Building pages, aka landing pages, how forms fit into those, how email is information that goes into a form that can be then displayed as a building page, as a page on your website. Now, integrations. This is where overwhelm really tends to sit in all honesty. The simplest form to know is if you have an idea of something you want to do, using integrations, you can 99% of the time make it completely happen in Kajabi. There are ways and we'll do integrations because it's really having to do with what you can do on your site. So your integrations And I'm going to use blue, but they could have to do with payment. They could have to do with sending thank you cards. Like you could do all kinds of things, as I'm going to show you, with an integration. But basically, it means you're able to bring in different things. So integration. And some are native. They're in Kajabi as selections. So the MailChimp is in there as a button. You click it and it links MailChimp. ConvertKit is in there. You click a button and it links it in. But Zapier, which is a third-party tool, it's not connected to Kajabi, but Zapier fits in right here. And Zapier is this brilliant tool that the best way I can explain it is it serves as a translator. Kajabi speaks a language, but Google Drive speaks a different language. And to get people so they can play together, just if you were trying to have a conversation with you speak English and someone else speaks Russian, you need a translator in the middle that can tell each other what they're talking about. So Zapier here, okay, and Zapier has free and paid versions. You can totally start with start with free, but Zapier is your translator. Zapier is well-versed, knows thousands of languages, all right? You can just go to their site, type in zapier.com, and you will see all of the different integrations. And that is what makes Kajabi beyond powerful. And it's super easy. I am not a tech person, although I will say that in having been in Kajabi since November of 15, my confidence, my security, I code now. I never would have touched the code in WordPress. It scared the bejeebies out of me. But I feel confident. My skill set has improved. How I feel about what I'm able to do has completely grown since I went into Kajabi. And so I know, okay, I can use a translator. I also know that I want things simple. Okay, I'm a mom and I have 2 little boys and I work really, really little. I really only work during nap times a few days a week. So this, I know here is where some of you might start feeling like, oh my gosh, this is so complicated. This is like crazy pants. It's not, okay? It isn't. There are moving pieces when you run an online business. So if you are someone that has just started to dip your toes in and you heard, oh, all-in-one solution, and I watched a webinar and the person said I made, $500,000 when I sneezed, that doesn't happen. If that's what you're looking for, it's not, it doesn't happen. It's a business. You are running a business and there are lots of moving pieces. But businesses can be incredibly complicated or they can be really easy. So if you're feeling overwhelmed and oh my goodness, there's this piece and that piece and just hang with me, all right? Follow my videos. I love to teach this stuff. I could do this all day. I absolutely could do this all day. So just stick with me, stick with the videos, and ask questions. There are so many people that are more than willing to answer your questions and help you along and figure things out that, unlike any other platform I'd ever been on, and I'd been in the online world for about 5.5 years before I got Kajabi, this is the first place that it feels like not only do you have the entire Kajabi team behind you, but you have this really supportive family that gets it, and we brainstorm and we figure things out. So integrations, just know if you have an idea, there's probably a translate. Like Zapier can probably translate it for you, even if you have like the most off-the-wall crazy thing you want to do. So like some random language that only like 30 people in the entire world would speak, Zapier probably can help translate it and make it a reality for what you're creating, okay? So that is integrations. Now, the final big picture piece is pipelines. And pipelines we're going to do a little erasing here. Pipelines, we're going to take this off. I'm going to show you the total brilliance of a pipeline. Pipelines, let's say we're going to do one more drawing for you. Pipelines here is your person. They see you, okay? So we'll draw a little eye here. They see you or they hear you. It's going to be a really horrible ear, okay? But somehow they come across you in the world. In their world, you have intersected them at some point. Then they say, ooh, I'm interested. So they raise their hand, okay? Me, please. And you're like, awesome. I'd love to get to know you. I'd love to, share with you what I do and how I help and what I build and, just like you would for any business. You're walking down the street, you're like, oh, that looks interesting. I think I'll go into that store. Cool. They raise their hand and then, you start building relationships with people. Okay? You're building relationships and out of that, you are going to sell. You're going to impact. You're going to have a business. Okay? So that looks really simple. There's a lot of moving pieces. So how are people going to intersect you? Well, you got to talk about things. So we're going to now, I'm doing this for purposes of illustration, but trust me, there is a very methodical way that you do all of this and you do it in the right order, which Kajabi makes it super, super easy to do, and it doesn't break, which is a key piece. This isn't overwhelming, but this is the part that I know trips people up because we're like, oh, this is so easy. It's like 4 steps. They see me, they raise their hand, I start selling things, I'm making an impact, I have a business. And then they're frustrated because they bought something on Friday and they didn't make $500,000 by Monday. But it doesn't work like that. This is like 5 feet, 5 miles in the sky viewpoint. To see and hear you, actually I'm not going to draw, I'm just going to talk because I think drawing might make it, I don't want to make overwhelm. They've got to know where you are. Well, you need a way to put yourself on the internet, be found on the internet, put yourself on video, be found on video, put yourself on live streaming, be found on live streaming, connecting at events, you have to have ways to accomplish that. You're going to need building pages. You're going to need opt-in forms. You're going to need email. You're going to need Facebook Messenger. So all of those pieces come into play. Raising their hand, great. Well, how do you make sure you tell someone who raised their hand versus someone who hasn't raised their hand? You want to talk to them differently. Great, you now want to sell. How do you make sure you're getting them the right offer, the right sales page? Pipelines, we used to have to hook all these things up for ourselves. Okay, if you're here, when you see me, I had to take the page and say, yep, here you were, now you raised your hand, so now you go here. Kajabi made that part really easy. It really did in terms of linking everything. Well, they are never satisfied. They're always improving it. They care so much about you. It's insane. It truly is insane. They care, and it's one of the qualities that I could not appreciate about each of them individually and their business collectively as a whole. Pipelines, we're going to use blue. Pipelines did it for you. So you click a button. We'll say you click a button here. Here's your button. And you know the path, because that's part of being the business owner. You have to lay out the path, okay? That's why I use my whiteboard all the time, and my microwaves and my fridge. You have to draw the path out. because it's computers. You have to tell them what to do. But now with pipelines, you click a button and Kajabi goes, and from everything that's available to us, they assemble it all for us. So when we click a button and we tell it what kind of pipeline we want, it links it all up. Now, we then go in and customize it, but we don't have to worry that it's going to break. Like we're going to forget to hook something up, which happens, totally happens. Now they have cut the learning curve. They've brought it way down because you don't have to understand how the pieces work. You just need to say, you know what, I would like to, when someone sees me, I'd like to send them this really great video I made. Kajabi says, perfect. Build a free report pipeline. They hook it up, you upload the content, you turn it on, and you're done. So it is cutting the learning curve way down in terms of what page to hook up, how to hook it up, where does all that go, which again is easy to do, but still takes time to learn. And the time. It takes more time when you had to go and hook up all those things. Kajabi now, in a matter of seconds, takes, for myself, what I would normally take about 24 hours or so to hook up. They hook it up for me and I customize it and I'm done in probably 2. So a huge, huge benefit is pipelines. And that's why pipelines kind of comes at the end after we've talked about everything, because it is a tool that uses all the building blocks, okay? Our Legos, our building pages, our forms, our sales offers, our payment system. Pipelines takes all the pieces and builds it for you. So if you've ever had a child or have seen this, think of it as you are at the store and you see this beautiful Lego set and you want to buy it. And you buy it and then you come home and you realize, oh, there's now 6 bags, all with separate instructions. And how do I put this together? Pipelines is you select which Lego set you would like off the shelf, and you take it to the person and they like throw a magic Kajabi curtain over it. And you say, yes, build this. And they build it. And then your Lego vehicle, house, police station, whatever it is built so that then you can play with it. You can use it in your business. So that is pipelines. That was a lot. If you're still here, thank you for hanging. I hope that gives you the big picture of Kajabi, because it is a big picture. But what's really important to know is that you do not do the big picture at once. My 6-year-old does not have all of the knowledge that I have in my brain. I've been gathering it up as I've gone through a lifetime. My 1.5-year-old does not do what my 6-year-old does. So please give yourself the freedom, the permission to say, I'm going to do this piece, and that's all you have to do. So let me give you just a little preview and show you why I think there are 3 tracks in Kajabi, that kind of 3 buckets that make it understandable. And that is communication, cache, and your site. Oh, sorry. Connect. This is your site. Cache is products and offers and sales pages. And communication is building pages and forms and live streaming and YouTube and all in email, all of that everything in Kajabi, and some things branch over, so they kind of share different pieces. Obviously, our products are on our website. Our landing pages are on our website. But the function, when you're building, is you say, okay, this is what I need to accomplish now. Okay, do that and finish that piece. And then once you're done with that piece, then it's a choose your own adventure again. And that's when you can keep coming back to the quiz. You can come back to the quiz over and over and over again. It's designed to do that. And you come back and you say, okay, new day. Now what do I do? Communication, cache, or connect. And so as you're starting, you choose an adventure because you cannot do all three pieces at once. You cannot do that whole big picture I gave you about your overview of Kajabi. You have to understand, okay, I get it. I understand Disney World. Yes, it's this big behemoth of a thing. You cannot see or do or experience everything in Disney World all on the same day. You can't. And you wouldn't want to, okay? You wouldn't want to. You want to keep going back and doing fun things. And so that's where the choose your adventure comes in. And that's where you're picking, in my work, do I need to complete something that is communicating with people? Do I need to complete something that is cache related? Do I need to complete something that is connection related, meaning my site? So that is how I divide it up into making it understandable, making it where I can move the needle very quickly because I know which box things go into. So I welcome any feedback. Please feel free, leave a comment, reach out. You're more than welcome to reach out on social media. And if you would like, there is a series that I call it 90 NK, which is over 90 days, because that's what I found it takes. It takes about 3 months to get all the pieces into order and not feel rushed. And if you're someone like me where you have outside responsibilities, I wish, there's so many days that I wish, oh my goodness, if I could just sit down with my computer and for like 8 hours do stuff. But you know what? That's not really the core of my joy. The core of my joy is that as a mom, as a business owner, as a lawyer, I can take 2 hours while my son is napping and create time, financial, personal, and professional freedom for myself. So the 90 NK gives you what I have done, how it works. It doesn't need to be overwhelming. You can make incredible progress. You can complete products. You can connect with the people you are meant to connect with. You can have sales. You can run a business. You can do an impact. It's just not going to happen in a weekend. It's just not. There's too many things at play. But it's completely 1000% doable. And if you would like the 90 NK, just go to my business page and just type that in as a message to me. No extra words, just 90 NK, and I am more than glad to share this with you. Have a great day. Thank you for watching, and I really, really hope that this helped. If you have a question though, please let me know. We don't all learn the same way, and I can sometimes confuse things for myself. So no hesitations, reach out and ask. Bye.